So hello guys, so I am Calvin Minjan, so your networking professor. So in this video, so I'm gonna explain the concept of VLANs. So we will gonna explain the concept of VLANs. When we say VLANs, it is virtual local area network. So usually VLANs is used to classify or to group a specific set of device end user device like laptops, printers, ano ba meron din tayong servers and also the PC. Maaring kasama din diyan yung mga wireless devices. When we say wireless device, yan yung mga kumo-connect using a Wi-Fi. So in this video, I'm gonna explain how to implement VLANs and also karuktong ng VLANs yung tinatawag nating uh, access port. When we say access port, we are so classify the which VLANs the port belongs. When we say access port, so kapag sinabi nating access port, dito kinaklasify natin kung anong VLAN ba nabibilang yung isang specific na port or Ethernet na yung saksakan ng Ethernet. So by default kasi yan ay nakaset as VLAN 1, yan yung default VLAN natin. So I'm gonna explain paano gumawa ng VLAN, paano pangalanan ng VLAN, and also we will also configure DHCP along with the router on a stick. So when we say router on a stick, usually kasi ang isang router, dalawa lang or tatlo yung kanyang saksakan ng fast Ethernet or gigabit. So we use a router on the stick para yung isang port lang na yon doon na ko-connect or doon niya na ina-access yung iba't ibang VLANs. So yung isang port, meron siyang tinatawag na sub interface. So the sub interface hindi naman talaga nag-exist siya physically. But yung interface na to or yung saksakan nito nag-exist siya virtually. Pero pinapadaan natin siya in the physical port which is yung gigabit or Ethernet ng isang router. So let's start. So this concept is usually incorporated in switching. So focus tayo sa switching. Last time on our video we have discussed about routing. So when we say routing, so nandiyan yung router. Ngayon, although may ilang router configuration tayo pero mas focus tayo doon sa ating switches. So let's start. So to do that, so add lang tayo ng ilang. I have forgot na meron pa tayong isang concept yung tinatawag nating inter VLAN routing. So the inter VLAN routing, so sorry kulang ng G. So the inter VLAN routing, so kapag kasi ang iba't ibang device ay nabibilang sa iba-ibang VLAN, usually hindi yan ko-connect sa isa't isa. So we will configure this inter VLAN routing sa ating router. So using the encapsulation configuration. So let's start. So meron tayong router dito. So pangalan natin siyang R1 in this device. So we will add switches. So meron pa pala tayong nakakalimutan concept. So sorry man. So ito kasi on the spot tutorial. So meron pa tayong tinatawag na trunk. So usually VLAN is classified between 2. Actually 3. Meron pa tayong tinatawag na voice VLAN para doon sa mga IP phone. Pero usually itong dalawang gagamitin natin. The access port, which is dito ginugrupo mo or yung isang specific fast Ethernet ng isang switch, binibilang mo siya or ginagawa mo siyang member ng isang specific VLAN. Samantala, the trunk naman, so usually trunk is used for connections. So yung trunk madalas kinoconfigure yan sa mga fast Ethernet na nakakonect sa another network device. So we have two kind of device when it comes to network topology. Nandiyan ang end devices, which is the PC, laptops. Samantala, so the trunk is usually configured on network connection or network devices. So the access port is for end devices. So end device. So medyo mahirap kasi siyang explain kapag hindi natin siya gagawin. So let's start our configuration. So gawa lang tayo ng lagay lang natin to itong gigabit sa isang specific pass ethernet. So siya ay nakakonect na, no? So in a network topology kasi, usually kapag ito ay network devices connection, so like router and switches, usually crossover yung ating ginagamit. So sa atin namang topology, pwede naman yan ay itong straight through. Pero mas okay na sumusunod tayo dun sa specific standard na crossover yung gagamitin nating connection. So let's start naman. Then we will add some end devices. So lagay tayo ng isang PC, lagay tayo ng laptops, and also the printer. So meron tayong tatlong VLANs na gagawin dito sa ating magawa tayo ng tatlong VLANs dito sa ating simple network topology. So lagay lang tayo ng note. So this VLAN, so kahit ano namang number ang isay ninyo, ang alam ko meron tong limitation, pero you may browse in the NetAcad or in the internet regarding the VLAN number. Pero ako, ang gagawin ko is VLAN 20 para sa mga PC. Tapos, VLAN 40 para sa ating mga printers. And also, we have the VLAN 60 for our laptops. And syempre, hindi mo kukumpleto ang isang VLAN kung wala itong network address. So, ang kanyang network address, so gawa na lang tayo ng sarili nating IP address na. So, dito naman, so 192.168.0.0/16 yung kanyang network address. Samantalang ito namang VLAN 40 is 10.10.0.0/16 naman. Tapos itong ating VLAN 60, which is the group for the laptops, is 11.11.0.0/16. So, yung mga IP address na ginamit natin ay parang inimbento ko lang. So, additional time pa kasi kung magsasubmit pa ako ng specific IP address. So, gumawa na lang ako ng dummy IP address dito sa ating tutorial. So, next naman natin gagawin, once we define ano yung mga VLAN numbers, ano yung mga pangalan, connect na natin siya sa ating switch. So, tatandaan nyo din kung ano yung port number na pinagsasaksakan ninyo, kung anong number ng pass ethernet. So, dito kay PC, ang ginamit natin is si FA02. So, dito naman kay pass ethernet 3, ay yung para kay printer. At samantala, ay yung pass ethernet 4 ay para naman sa ating laptop. So, next natin gagawin is to configure a inter-VLAN routing muna. Pero, mas okay pala kung ang unahin natin natin is yung ating configuration muna tayo ng VLAN. Paano ba gawing member yung isang specific pass ethernet ng isang access VLAN? And also, we will also configure trunk. Usually, trunk nga is so magko-configure tayo ng trunk dito sa connection ng router at ng switch. So, ang i-configure natin na trunk is yung FA01 or Pass Ethernet 01. So, let's start by configuring the router. So, config T, punta muna tayo sa configuration terminal. Then, after that, we will gonna go to the int FA 0/1. So, punta tayo dito sa connection nito. So, kung makikita ninyo, naka-shutdown pa siya dahil naka-shutdown yung connection natin kay router. So, mamaya bubuhayin natin yan. So, para gawin yon, put the command switch port So para gawin yun, what we will gonna do is put the command switch port mode. So usually we are defining the mode, kung yan ba ay trunk or access. So dahil ito ay connection between two network device, hindi naman ito end device and network connection, we will gonna configure the trunk. So trunk, lagay nyo lang yung word the trunk. Then, we have successfully configured the trunking. So ganun lang kadali mag-configure ng trunking. So kapag yan ay switch to switch, kailangan yung kanilang connection ay parehong nakatrunk. Next naman natin gagawin is to create VLANs. So, gawa muna tayo ng VLAN. So, VLAN. Then, put the number. VLAN 20 for the PC. Then, after configuring the VLAN number, lagay lang natin ang pangalan ng VLAN by using the command name. Tapos, after ng name, yung kanyang pangalan ng VLAN. Then, after that, we have successfully create a VLAN for the PCs. So, gawa lang tayo ng VLAN for other devices like printers and the laptop. So, kay VLAN 40, same command. Put the command name, then put the name of the VLAN. So, printer. So, lagyan natin ng S dahil possible ay maraming printers yan. Then, gawa lang ulit tayo ng VLAN. Then, VLAN 60 for the laptop. Then, name, laptop. So, in this command that we have issued, kung makikita ninyo, ganun lang kadali gumawa ng ating VLANs. So, next natin gagawin is to make this pass Ethernet a member of different VLAN kung saan natin siya inassign based on our topology. So, punta tayo sa configuration terminal, no? Next natin gagawin is pumunta doon sa port. So, tanda naman natin na si PC0, yung connection niya ay naka pass Ethernet 02. So, to do that, punta lang kayo, interface or int FA0/2. So, ako kasi, nasanay ako na pinapaikli lang yung mga command. Int FA02. After that, same command lang din. Switch port mode, pero babaguhin natin. Hindi na trunk, dahil ito ay end device connection to network device connection. We will gonna put the switch port mode access. Then after that, para maging member siya ng VLAN 20, lagay mo lang yung 20 or VLAN number niya. Sorry. So, ayan. So, the command is switch port access VLAN 20. Actually, pwedeng shortcut na to. Pwedeng hindi nyo na ilagay itong switch port mode access. Once you put the command switch port access VLAN 20, automatic na din siyang magiging access port. So, gawin din natin sa ibang VLANs or sa ibang port. So, punta naman tayo kay intfa03. Then, same command. So, 40 para kay printers. VLAN 40 for the printers. Then, punta naman tayo kay 4 for the laptops. Yun naman yung tinatawag nating VLAN 60. So, makita ninyo, siya ay nag-orange dahil may nangyayaring reconfiguration doon sa ating network. So, next natin gagawin is to check if the port or the pass Ethernet are member of the different VLANs na ginawa natin. So, to do that, do show run. So, ako pinaikli ko na lang ang command. So, kung makikita ninyo, ayan. Switch port mode access 02 and VLAN 60. So, member na sila ng isang specific VLAN. So, we may also configure din yung ating 03. Lagay na din natin yung switch port mode access. Para din sa ating port. So, with that, okay na yan. Member na sila ng isang specific VLAN. Next natin gagawin is to configure a inter-VLAN routing. So, using the inter-VLAN routing, and also we will combine configuring DHCP. So, when we say DHCP, So DHCP is a network service. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol is usually used for large-scale network. Kapag mga malakihang network. Kapag kasi mga malakihang network, so may hirapan kang mag-configure ng IP address. So, if we will gonna try to request for a DHCP, walang mangyayari dahil hindi pa naman tayo nakakapag-create ng tinatawag nating DHCP pool. So, the DHCP pool, so when we say DHCP pool, ito yung isang specific list of IP address na pwedeng gamitin ng isang network. Yun yung pinaka-ano niya. Pinaka-purpose niya. Example, yung si 10.10 .0.0 so /16. So this is a example of DHCP pool. So pwedeng gamitin sa pool na ito kung yung list of IP address na nandito sa network na to, yung network range. Usually DHCP pool is composed of all name. Kino-configure natin using the DHCP pool is the name of the pool and also the network and the default router. When we say default router, ito yung default gateway. Default router. Yan yung configuration natin na gagawin for our DHCP configuration sa ating device. So, ito ay lang natin. So, naki-router tayo actually, no? So, next natin gagawin is config T. So, before we configure the DHCP, i-configure muna natin yung tinatawag nating router on a stick or sub-interface. Para gawin yun, buhayin muna natin yung ating int gigabit 00. So, hindi ko tanda yung port number. So, 8G/0/0/0. So, buhayin muna natin yung interface na ito. So, wait lang. Meron akong mali, no? So, yeah. So, make sure na tama yung ating interface na kino-configure. Then, buhay lang natin, na-activate natin using the command no shutdown. So, makikita ninyo, ito ay nagkukulay green na. Next natin gagawin is to configure a specific sub-interface. So, pag nagko-configure tayo ng sub-interface, nilalagyan na lang natin ng decimal point yung ating interface. So, dahil ito ay para kay bilang 20, ang gagawin ko is to configure 20. So, makita ninyo, nag-create tayo ng tinatawag nating sub-interface. So, sub-interface is configure dahil ito kasing ating router is ito kasing ating router ay usually ilan lang saksakan ito? Usually 4, 5 and yung router natin ay yung network natin usually hindi naman 4 na network lang yung hinahawakan niya. Kaya nagko-configure tayo ng tinatawag nating inter-VLAN routing and also the sub-interface. So to do that, so nag-create na tayo ng tinatawag nating sub-interface. Tapos, after that, we will gonna put an encapsulation. So, papaikliin ko na lang yung command, encaps.1q. So, this is the encapsulation needed para makapag-assign tayo ng IP address. So, wait lang. Hindi ko tanda yung ano niya. Ayun. Magkadikit pala siya. Sorry. .1q. Ay, sorry. Encapsulation. Ayun. So, sorry. So, to configure that, lagyan natin yung command encapsulation. So, kompletuhin ko lang, no? Para mas malinaw sa inyo. .1q. Then, after encapsulation.1q, lagay nyo lang yung VLAN number. So, syempre, yan ay 20. With that, we have successfully configured the sub-interface kung saan VLAN ba nabibilang yung interface na ito. And also, hindi mawawala yung ating tinatawag natin na na IP address, syempre. So, after configuring saang VLAN ba nabibilang yung sub-interface na yon or saan gagamiting VLAN yung sub-interface na yon, next na gagawin natin is to configure its IP address. So, ang concept nito kasi, yung isang port, kaya ito tinawag na router on a stick, yung isang port lang yung ginagamit natin pero marami siyang IP address na hawak via sub-interface. So, IP address, ano yung IP address ng ating network for VLAN 20? 192.168.0.1. Then we have our subnet mask, syempre. So, successfully, nakapag-configure na tayo ng ating first VLAN, which is yung para kay PC. Next naman natin gagawin is to configure yung para kay printers. So, same lang din. Gawa tayo ng Gawa tayo ng sub-interface. So, after that, encapsulation.1q command. After that, yung number ng VLAN, which is the VLAN 40. Then, we will gonna assign IP address. So, hindi mawawala yan. So, 10.10. So, lagi nyo tandaan ano yung network address na gagamitin nyo sa VLAN na yon. 255.255.0.0. So, nakagawa na tayo ng dalawang sub-interface. So, last one is for the .60 or yung para kay laptops. So, same command, encapsulation.1q, 60. Then, same configuration. Gawa lang ulit tayo lagay lang tayo ng IP address dun sa specific sub-interface. 11.11.0.1, 255.255. Kung mapapansin ninyo, yung first host ang aking ginamit dito sa network natin. So, we have successfully configured router on a stick. Ang problema natin is to assign IP address on specific VLAN. So, gawa tayo ng ating DHCP pool. So, IP DHCP pool. Then, anong pangalan ng pool? Yung first network natin is the PCs. So, may space yata yon. So, I'm not sure the command, no? So, hindi ako sure sa command nito. So, wait lang. I'm troubleshooting. So, hindi ko kasi matandaan yung command, no? So, IP DHCP. So, I have remembered the command, no? So, medyo nakakalito kasi yung command nito. IP DHCP pool. So, I have remembered the command. So, medyo nakakalito to. So, the command is IP DHCP pool. Then, yung pangalan ng ating pool or network na gagamitin. So, we have the PCs. Then, after naming the DHCP pool, we will gonna define which network or ano yung network address na gagamitin ng DHCP pool na ito. So, to do that, we have the command network. Ano yung network? So, this is the 192.168 for the PCs. 192.168.0.0. Then, huwag kakalimutan ng ating subnet mask. Then, after defining which network, ano yung gagamitin, provide natin yung default gateway. Huwag kakalimutan ng default gateway. So, our default gateway is 192.168.0.1, yung kanina kinonfigure natin sa ating sub-interface for the VLAN 20. So, the command is default router. So, with that, we have successfully configured a specific DHCP pool. So, kung si PC, papahinga natin siya ng IP address. So, wait lang natin. So, tinan niya, naging successful siya. So, kung itatry natin sa ibang device, so, usually, wala kasi itong si printer. So, kung si laptop yung magre-request magpe-failed pa yan dahil wala pa naman tayo na-configure na DHCP pool para sa VLAN ng laptop. So, pero unahin muna natin yung ating printer. So, the command is ipdhcp pool. Ano yung pangalan ng network or pool? We have the printers. Then, ano yung network address niya? So, we have the 10.10, 10.10, dot 0, 255.255.0.0. So, we have successfully configured ano yung network address para sa mga printers. And yung kulang na lang is the default router. So, 10.10. So, okay na yung para kay printer network. So, the last one is yung para kay laptops. So, gawa lang ulit tayo para kay laptops. So, same command, iba lang yung mga pinapangalan natin. ipdhcp pool, laptops. Ano yung pangalan ng DHCP pool? Then, we have the network again. So, this is 11.11. Kung makikita ninyo, 11.11 yung network. Then, next one is the default router. So, you may use up and down arrow keys, no, sa pagko-configure. Mas mabilis kaysa itatype nyo siya ulit ng mano-mano. So, with that, we have successfully configured the following. So, ilista natin using the notes. We have the router on the stick, and inter-VLAN routing. So, we also configure access port and trunking for connections. Meron pa tayo na configure like DHCP. So, these are the basic commands for switching and routing na nagawa natin in this simple topology. So, gusto natin i-test yung IP address kung makahingi ba. So, ayan, kung makikita ninyo, nakahingi na siya ng IP address from the DHCP server. So, usually, nagme-message din yan kay router, no? Pag nagre-request ng IP address. So, subukan natin ulitin yung pagre-request. So, check natin kung may nalabas. So, usually, may nalabas kasi dito pag nagre-request tayo ng IP address. So, we have the configuration. So, try natin kung si printer ba ay makakahingi din ng IP address from our DHCP pool na si printer. So, makita ninyo, ang ginamit niya is the network address na para sa VLAN 40. So, para matest, kung kumukonect yung magkakaibang VLAN, click nyo lang yung letter P, then, direct nyo lang sa another device kung saan ninyo gustong i-test yung connection. So, makita ninyo, nagsasuccessful siya, no? So, subukan natin i-test para sa ibang device. So, ayan. With that, makikita ninyo, nagko-connect yung magkakaibang VLANs. Sabi ko nga, VLANs is used to classify or group specific end device. Depende sa gamit nila. May VLANs na ginagamit para kay server. Kumbaga, para lang sa server yung ganong VLAN. May VLAN para sa mga PC. May VLAN para sa mga network device. And also, usually nga, ginagamit ang router on a stick para malesen yung resources na kakailanganin mo. Kesa bibili ka pa ng additional port para sa gantong router, gamit ka na lang ng tinatawag nating router on a stick configuration or inter-VLAN routing with the use of sub-interface. Kung makikita ninyo, we have 3 sub-interface na na-configure dito sa ating network. So, if you have any questions, so you may drop it on the comment section. So, kung gusto nyo mag-recommend ng additional networking related tutorial, so just comment it, and thank you for supporting our page and our channel. So, thank you.